What's up, everyday ecom fam? Back with another YouTube interview. We have RJ on with us, who has been in the e-commerce Amazon space for a while now. I'll have him do some introductions and intro him to you guys and kind of get to know his story. So, RJ, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you doing?
Good, doing well. Where are you calling in from?
I'm living in San Diego, California, USA.
Nice, not far from Los Angeles at all.
Yeah, not far at all.
So yeah, maybe tell us a little bit about who you are, what your background is, and what do you do?
Okay. All right. So my name is obviously RJ Martinez. I teach people and help people, and I also do print on demand too as well, full time. I've been doing it for about 4 years, I want to say. And it does, when I say that, it feels like I've been doing it for like a longer than that, but it's just so much that I've learned in that amount of time makes it feel like, I've been doing it longer than I've been selling online and for 10 years in general, basically, from Amazon FBA to doing print on demand merch by Amazon, mainly in Kindle direct publishing. So, making designs for t-shirts or just products in general. And then starting to publish books on Amazon too as well. And just doing everything pretty much related to Amazon. And then, obviously just creating communities around that, and helping people, learn about the business and how I've been successful with it. And that's, when it comes to all that stuff, it just makes sense, right? As I'm doing it, I'm just like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm testing it. This works. With my merch by Amazon account, I have over $1 million in, revenue sales, but with royalties, probably all time over 300,000. Okay. So kind of just a little bit of a background with that. And then Kindle direct publishing, I'm building it to where it's going to be a consistent stream of income where the goal is to have it do a certain amount per month. And so it can take care of, I always look at a cost of living, especially with cost of living out here in San Diego, how expensive LA area, how expensive it can be. Anywhere you get closer to the beach in the US, they always try to tack up, the rent and stuff like that. So every time I look at a business opportunity, I see it as, okay, how are we going to bring this to, pay for be a full-time income to be able to live where I'm at. It doesn't matter what business it is. Okay. Now merch by Amazon, obviously it pays for the cost of living of where I live at. So, and then everything else on top of that, it's just a bonus, but I keep everything separate because it just, this is its own, this is its own, this is its own, and so on and so forth.
Interesting. How did you kind of stumble across internet business and where you're like, okay, I see this opportunity and I'm going to dive in? What was kind of that tipping point?
So when I worked full-time, and I had a really awesome job, right? And I liked my job. I worked retail. It was called worked retail as Italian leather store called Bottega Veneta. I'm not sure if you probably heard of that. And I would just always, talk to customers and try to get to know them because they were my clients and stuff like that. And then I just had one lady one time tell me, was like, why don't you figure out your own thing? You're pretty good at talking to people and you know what you're doing. You seem like you know what you're doing. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then I was like, you know what? Like I always thought about it. Then I came across Amazon FBA. I remember I went to like a CVS where I lived at. There was a little local store right there. And I was like, you know what? Let me try to scan a few products with this Amazon app and see if I can find something that I can make a profit with, or, or even just sell something and not even make a profit, but you know what I mean? As long as I know it's, real. So I went over there and bought 3 or 4 toys or something like that. I believe that's how it worked. And then I sent it in, then it sold. I didn't even make a profit. And I was like, dude, it sold though, but it's doable. It's possible. But I just need to, find a profitable product, right? And then I go searching a little bit more. And then I ended up finding some profitable products and they started selling. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. So if I invest like $1,000, I can probably make about 1,500, 1,300 back. And then that rinse and repeat, right? And then next thing you know, it turns into 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000, you know what I mean? Then it keeps going. I'm just like, okay, this is how this works. There's no shortcuts around it. and, I'm investing some of my money into this, and, it's worth a shot. And then I stumbled upon Merch by Amazon, where I was like, okay, now I'm going to Marshalls. So this time I'm going to Marshalls and, dropping the, 3, 5K, 10K at the register to buy shoes, to flip them and send them in. But I was doing that, and now, I'll do that like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I'll have to, do all the processing, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I'm just like, whoa, okay, now I'm working like 12, 13, 14-hour days. I was like, I have to figure something else out, because this is not my jam right here. I'm like literally doing what I said I wasn't going to do from working. Now I'm working for myself, and I get it that I have to work harder, but there has to be something else. So I went ahead and uploaded a few designs to Merch by Amazon. I have the account already because I got approved. It took about 3 months to get approved, and then I finally got approved. I missed the automatic sign up. So when you sign in with your email, they'll automatically approve you. I missed it by like 2 days. So just a tip right there, whenever you see something and it says, hey, sign up for this, you're getting automatically approved, just do it, because you can always come back to it later on. And that's what I did. I uploaded like 10 designs, and then I came back later on and was like, looked at it, I was like, oh, dude, I'm making sales. I was like, what the heck? This is weird, dude. And then it's like, I'm making sales with these products and I'm getting a profit off of it, but I'm not really like putting, like, it's there and it's making sales consistently. I'm just like, okay, this is big. I was like, let me test this out for the whole month. Let me go really hard. Let me think of, a few different niches, and let me create some really cool designs. And I literally outsourced that at the beginning. I had a guy that I was working with, because I was like, just communicating with this one guy, but he was a designer, and he's like, I was like, hey, can you do this? How much would you charge me? And then we kind of worked out a deal. I was like, okay, I need like 200, 300 designs for this month, and we need to work together on this. And we needed to, bring it up to where it's making like $1,000 a month. Let's do this. And we ended up doing that. We worked out a deal. I was like, okay. I think the first month he was like, I'll give you, 200 designs for $300, or 200 designs for $400 or something like that. Okay. And this person, he's overseas. So, that type of money for them over there, it's a lot of money. So then we worked out a deal, and then like the first payout, we made it to like 450. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's good. That's really good. I was like, we put a little bit more effort into it, but let's see what happens next month. And then next month we did like over 1,000. And then the next month, 2,000, and then 3,000, and then 5,000. I was like, whoa, this is incredible. I was like, we're just researching the internet, looking at designs and just seeing like what's going on in the niches, and coming up with the new funny sayings, and getting an idea of what's selling in the niche. Okay. And I was the next thing, then I've created several top selling designs and niches where they just crush. And here we are now. I'm just like, okay, I got the idea. It's not like a passive income, but it's passive in a way to where I've uploaded a design like 4 years ago, and it's probably made me around over $30,000. And that's, I haven't never even touched it like after that. So that's as passive as it comes. But as far as staying ahead of, like with newer trends and stuff like that, that takes work. So understanding, because every single year there's something new, or every single 3 months there's a new trend, there's a new style, you know what I mean? So think about it that way. When it comes to any of this, you have to stay up, stay on the up and up with that type of stuff.
That's amazing. How many designs are you guys up to now?
Right now, so this is the thing, I enjoy testing. Okay. Some of my designs I personally created are horrible. And then it is horrible. I'm like, who's buying this? This is like, I feel bad. I like this shirt should be for free. But it's because I'm not a designer, but I understand the concept, and I learned over the years of like, what people want, and I know how to design something. If I want to design something, I'll design it. But right now I'm at 32,764 designs. Okay. Over the years, it's crazy because like, with the newer platform, because Merch by Amazon was like a newer program. Okay. I was like one of the first people to join. Like I was like, when it was opened up, I joined like 3 months after, but I just took off to making content in there. Okay. Whatever I did, I shared with other people so they can learn. And that's what I just did. I didn't expect no one to buy nothing from me. I didn't want none of that. I'm just like, this is what I'm doing. I'm here to help people, and that's it. Okay. And then people are like, why don't you charge for this? And it's like, why don't you mind your damn business? Like, you know what I mean? And it just like, this is what I'm doing and this is how I do it. And if you don't like it, then yeah, don't talk to me. Don't send me a message. So yeah.
Amazing that you found. I haven't met anyone that's scaled it up on merch that much. And I remember when it first came out, like you said, Amazon sent us the email. It's like, we have this new platform. And I did sign up.
Yeah.
And I think obviously got very excited. Maybe it was a shiny object. It's hard to delineate that sometimes because I was already doing private label FBA, but I'm like, now this is just a design that it's infinite. Amazon's doing all of it. We're just uploading the design. It didn't take off that much. I think we had like 15 to 20 designs. We didn't get sales. So there's an opportunity, a huge opportunity. And maybe if we put more of that focus there and went into the content creation, unique, following trends and all that, it would have been successful. But I love hearing that you actually took that action. And I haven't had anyone on that scaled it up this much. It's amazing to hear. What was kind of the mission? I'm very mission driven when it comes to a brand, and that's why I didn't want to go all in on that because it's already, we're doing FBA, we have the brand, we're building the community. What was kind of your drive to go into merch by Amazon? Was there kind of this brand play, or was it kind of like, okay, I found this niche, it's fully scalable, there's no limit? What was kind of the thought process going into that?
So like literally that's what it like I just tested it, and I'm a big fan of testing stuff. And I enjoy it as far as like the personal brand type of like those, like a personal brand. The mission was to do something, and then along the way as I'm testing stuff, once I learn something and I figure it out, I'll share with other people. And a lot of people, some people I've talked to, they're like, stop doing that. We don't want you to do that. And then there's other people like, keep sharing. And it's like, you know what? I think it's just at the end of the day, it's like a balance, right? I can sell my merch by Amazon account, right? And it's probably worth, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it just, at the end of the day, I enjoy doing it. And I'm just like, okay. Sometimes we get our off days and we're kind of like, I'm not doing nothing today, so I'll step away from stuff. But the mission is just to help people and to understand the business, the concept, and the idea of it. Okay. A lot of people, we think that we have to put hard work into certain things and take, tons and tons of hours out of the day to do certain things. And yes, I agree. Okay. At the very beginning, especially at the very damn beginning, you have to put like, we're talking like, 12 hours, 10 hours, 18 hours, depends who you are, what you believe in. Okay. Everyone's different, but I'm a big fan of building systems in place because I want to be able to, hey, first of all, run this business, at scale. Think about it as creating designs and checking for trademarks and copyrights and all that stuff, making sure I'm not infringing on anyone's brand. Okay. And then coming up with creative designs, for the platform. Okay. Trying to see what's going on in the niche and trying to create something that's different from everyone else, because that's a challenge in itself when it comes to that. Now that's already there. And then me creating the content after it's all done, creating the content to help other individuals to understand what's going on. So that's what I've done. And the mission was, like I told you, just to help people understand it. Like a lot of people, like I do have a course. I barely created it last year, and I was doing it for 3 years. But people ask me, "Do you have a course? Do you have a course?" I'm just like, "No, I don't." Like it's not something I want to do. I'm just not too fond of it. I'm like, whatever. And then they're like, "Well, I want one. I'll buy it from you." I'm just like, "It's all on YouTube and it's free. Like you don't have to." And he's like, "Come on, create it and I'll buy it." And I was like, "All right." So I ended up doing it. I already had all the videos in the back because, like I told you, I'm a big fan of systems in place and training people to help, as far as hiring new employees. That's something that I learned as far as creating content creation is you can just, everything that you create, if you create it in the day, you can just start putting it in folders. And then like when you hire someone new or you get someone on the team, you just literally just share that folder. Like, hey, this is how you do product research. Here it is. Here's the newest method right here. And then you can go back to the other videos to kind of get a better idea of what I'm doing. So it's literally that simple when it comes to any of that stuff. And, there's times where I lose like a really good employee but I'll find another really good employee and I'm like, hey, here's the training. It's all done for you. So I already had it done as far as that. And then, you know, when people are like, I want to purchase this, and I was like, here it is. This is the link. You can buy it.
Love that. We operate the same, very similar way. We record as much as we can and put it in a Google Drive folder. And anytime we have new employees, it's like, okay, this is 3 years of work that we've done. Go through this before you start.
Yeah.
And it's been a tremendous help. What freedom, and I know this might be a big driver for you, but what freedom and luxury has e-commerce provided where you're able to continuously do this? And has any other vehicle or business or job provided that luxury and freedom for you?
So when I compare it to, like, let's say my last job, I was there for like 5-6 years, right? So I know the ins and outs, ups and downs, and all that stuff. One of the things that I did when I quit, it was like, okay, I have this challenge to do now. Like, you know what I mean? The first year you make so much, and the second year you make, you start growing, you start making more and more and more. One of the things, right, was like, I was like, I don't even care if I make half of what I make at my job, as long as I can do whatever I want when I want. Now, you're making more than, when I had my job, and I'm still doing the same thing. But I noticed that when it comes to this, like, I'm running a business now, and I have, I'm hiring people. And when I feel like I need someone else to help me, I'll hire them. But the cool thing about that is I don't have to, but I want to, because I want to produce more content, or, just content in general. Content can be for the business. Content can be for YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. Content is just content. Whatever money-making content I want to create, I'll do it. But the thing is, it's just like, yesterday was Monday, and I didn't have to do anything. But, I decided, because my workout schedule is all messed up right now. So Monday was usually like chest and tries, right, for my workout. But my cousin came over Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so messed up my whole workout schedule. So technically, I was supposed to do a cardio yesterday. So I was like, you know what? It's kind of mixed up. Let me just chill today. I'll just relax today, and then today I'll do cardio. But yesterday was a Monday, and I didn't do nothing. And that's the cool thing, because sometimes it's just, like I told you, it's a balance. And that's what I'm trying to do more of too, is just work real hard for 3 or 4 days, you know what I mean? And then just balance, just chill for the other. But I'm still performing like on my workout schedules and stuff like that. But just the freedom to do whatever I want. I can go to the gym whenever I want. I can go to the ocean whenever I want. I can go, I don't know, watch TV whenever I want. You know what I mean? It's just the comfort of, and then we can learn anything we want whenever we want, because we have the internet, and it's so powerful. And people still, I think to this day, it's an underutilized tool that we're going to have for many, many years. And I'm just like, it's amazing.
100%. And I know I asked that because that was a huge driver for me. I didn't want to clock in. I didn't want that, this thing over me that's kind of controlling. And then it was weird, because you ask what you ask for, you get. I'm a big believer in that. But then now it's like, okay, you're in control. And entrepreneurship has been the greatest self-discovery journey for me. And then, so like you said, it's a balance. So if we say, okay, all I want is this freedom, and then now we neglect our duty for our business, for our employees, what we set up, the systems, that could crumble.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we still have to discover, we still have to put those systems in place so that it runs by itself, and even more, and constantly growing. So that's why I asked that, and I want to hear different people's perspective, different entrepreneurs' perspective. What's the goal for you guys for the next 12 months? I know, obviously, we're going into a recession. The economy is not looking good for the majority of people. What's kind of the goal and the vision of where you see this going in the next 12 months for you guys?
Okay, so when it comes to any of that stuff, I think it's, I don't know. I always try to, when I see something like a struggle or something like that, I hold myself accountable. Okay. Because I like the people that I have on my team, I like them. And I think that it's you know, as far as like and this is where it gets a little hectic, because some people are like, no, I like them and I want to keep them, you know what I mean? And that's my goal. And let's say if worst comes to worst, and then all of a sudden we start, we're gonna double down, okay, as much as possible, and we're gonna double down on everything that we're doing, okay, and we're gonna try to perfect everything that we're doing. Okay, there's no such thing. I don't think there's it's as we're gonna get better and better at what we're doing. And you know, there's no such thing as like perfect, but it's there, but it's not. You know what I mean? There's always room for improvement. And I think as we like, and that's what I've always done. Like, okay, when I look and analyze certain things or certain designs in my business or certain books in my business, I'm like, okay, what else can we do in this space to create more, you know, revenue, more sales, you know what I mean? And then as far as like the content creation, okay, what can we do what can we do to improve it and make it even better than what it is now? And that's just like, some people were like, you know, one thing that I heard from I was watching that Selena on Netflix. The dad told the son, he's like, you're just as good as your last song. And I was like, whoa. I was like, you know, so you're just as good as your last video. You're just as good as your last interview. Okay. And I took that kind of, I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that. So, and it's really hard to kind of balance that right there, because you can't compare what you did 2 years ago to what you're doing now, because in a way you're supposed to be more smarter if you're learning and growing and stuff like that, right? You're supposed to understand more and learning a lot more. So it just, as far as that right there, just trying to figure out different streams of income. Okay, if we can implement this here, and it's just a little edit, and we can implement it here, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, we have a different stream of income. One thing that I haven't really touched on, but I'll be touching on a little bit, but like the Amazon video program. I'm not sure, the affiliate video program. I'm not sure if you've been touching that. Yes. I haven't told nobody about this. I told a few people like in my private group, but I haven't said it publicly. But when it comes to that right there, is something I'm testing out. Okay. And I'm like 20 days into it, but it's been getting clicks. I've been getting clicks on my videos, just reviewing products. Okay. That's something that if I didn't know how to edit videos and do videos, I wouldn't know how to do that type of stuff. Okay. And I just love watching people eat on TikTok, like test In-N-Out burgers. I'm like, dude, this will be cool, man. I was like drinking beers and like having good food. I was like, this is a vibe right here. I like this. And I don't know, just stuff like that. And just like, I'm just getting ideas. Okay. Cause I see it and I analyze. I'm very big at watching and seeing like what others are doing and seeing how they can turn that into some type of stream of income and what are they doing. And so that I came across that and I started messing with it. And next thing you know, it's generating revenue. Okay. Making, you know, I'm getting affiliate commissions and stuff. I was like, okay, what can I do at scale? Okay. I'm ordering products, stuff like that. And then reviewing all the products that I have personally that I bought from Amazon, like my microphone, my Shure microphone, and then my audio interface, Stream Deck and monitors and stuff. And then next thing you know, people are clicking on the videos and purchasing products. And then that's how I get a commission. So I was like, damn, this is interesting, because I can just do 1 to 3 minute videos. I already made the purchase. I know about the product already. Doesn't it make sense to do it? Hell yeah, it makes sense to do it. So I'm going to do it. and then next thing you know, it starts, like I said, I already surpassed over like this is the first month. They've already passed over $100 already. So it should be on track to do, I want to say close to 200 for the month.
Amazing that the skills from what we learned in the past and what you implement and what you test, it kind of compounds and builds on top of each other. And then when this next program, and then when that comes out, you're ready to fire on all cylinders. And like you said, 2 years in e-com for internet. 2 years ago, what's happening now is like 10 years in the real world. So things move fast, things change, people get into the market, but the skills that we build don't go away. It's just a new platform comes out that we can implement into. So I love that.
That's one thing too. Like no one can ever take that away from you. I always tell my buddies that too. It's like, hey, you learned this, right? I was like, what can you do to, like, that's a skill, like the skill set that you learned, and no one's ever going to be able to take that away from you, except for yourself.
Except ourselves.
Yeah. And I was like, that's amazing. So you got to understand that, like, we have this ability, we have this knowledge, we know what we're doing. And like, let's win. That's it. That's the only way to do it. Let's win. And, you know, if it doesn't work the first time, maybe the second or third time it may work, or it may never work, but at least you tried, damn it.
100%. Well, I love that. I'm learning a lot, and my brain is already going into different directions. I would love to connect more with you and just learn from your experiences, your tribe, your audience. Even like I'm not good at editing video. Like I just want to put things out and then find people to compliment me.
Mhm.
But how can people connect with you if they are interested? And I'm sure a lot of my tribe would be interested in a lot of things that you got going on. How can they connect with you? And are you open enough to kind of chat with them, coach them? I know you have your YouTube and Instagram and your course that you're putting content out, and TikTok. I'm still late on TikTok, but
Yeah.
How can they connect with you?
Yeah, they can connect me like on YouTube and all that stuff. I do have a private group too, where I create content. I do. Huh?
What platform is the group?
That was going to be, so it's a Radiaim Scale. So it's basically it's a membership group. You go in, you sign up, and then we do two, I have another business partner, and then we do 2 lives a month. Okay. Where we go over everything, print on demand, e-commerce, mainly print on demand. That's most of the conversations. And we try to help as much people in there as possible every single 2 weeks or so, twice a month. And we knock out all the questions. We started doing like, more Facebook lives and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, like a lot of my content, I do spend a lot of time, and I do work on, like social media content and try to provide the best value for free, where, you would go to someone else's course or whatever it is in my space, and you're like, dude, they don't even talk about this. I'm like, I know. Like, I know this stuff. I was like, I work really hard at this stuff, and I know a lot about this. And that's the goal, just to kind of push that across where, I help people, and I do a lot of it for free. But then, I have my stuff right there if you want to purchase something, because some people, the free content, it's a little bit all over the place a little bit. But then if you want the paid stuff, I'll, hold your hand and boom, 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 boom. And I'll send you a message like, hey, is everything okay? If you have any questions, you let me know. We can get on a call and go over everything.
Yeah, and I think that's we spoke about this last time. I think that's also undervalued in the sense that if I'm buying a course in a program or mentorship, anything, and I've purchased a lot of them, you become part of that tribe. So it's all hands on deck, and everyone is going towards the same direction and wanting to win. I think that's tremendously undervalued. Yeah, you can get everything from YouTube and Google, but joining a community where people are holding you accountable is a different level. Now you're putting your money on the line, so you're committing to it. So I would highly recommend that to anyone. And guys, I think this is tremendously valuable, what RJ is saying. I'm going to leave all of his contact information, his social, in the description below. If you guys found value in this, reach out to him and just ask a question. And if you're someone that's been thinking about starting your journey or perfecting it, going into a different niche, test it out. Not much can go wrong. So, RJ, thank you. Can't express that enough. I hope you the best in your endeavors, and I'm sure we'll do some collaborations down the line.
Yep. No, thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, brother. We'll stay in touch.